Hi, KOG here. I'll be doing the Rise of Bangtan Chapter 10, Friends. Um, well, that's I guess it's about the friendship between the BTS boys, which will be great. This will be fun. Um, well, the one I'm gonna put up on YouTube is gonna be edited for because I was blocked many times. But unedited version gonna be on my Patreon. So if you guys want to check it out, it's only $1 per month. It's not to make money, but that's the lowest I can possibly go. That's what the what is that? Patreon let me go. I mean that's as low as I can go. So here we go. Man, we are almost halfway.
好，现在我们进入下一环节。现在歌曲的歌名版就在你们对面。要想得到自己心仪的竞演曲目，必须完成接力折返跑。
准备好了。
预备。
没事吧？没事吧？哎，他们
比赛重新开始，你们现在别说话了。这录制知道吗？天天嘴上说101个女孩有你们在很骄傲，你摔倒了，没一个人过去看她在拿牌子的时候，在抢牌子的人干什么了？
What the hell was that? Well, it's Produce 101, which is one of those shows that, you know, like bunch of 101 like a trainees come, you know, go over there and I think they choose like certain number to be the final member. I mean, there was a Korean version. I didn't know they had a Japanese version, a Chinese version, excuse me. I wonder if they bought the rights. No, because sorry, it's just that so many shows been copied by Chinese TV without you know, without paying the IP, you know, the intellectual property rights. But anyway, that being aside, man, that was messed up, wasn't it? When the girl fell and some of the girls ran out to help her, I think they said, please wait, you know, 等一下, you know, stop. Well, not stop, but it means wait a moment, please, type of a deal. And, you know, they should have stopped because the girl was hurt. But these girls were just running all over the place, you know. You know, and celebrating they won and they didn't care if someone was hurt or not. And whatever, you know, Tao was saying, yeah, it made a lot of sense, you know. You know, that's just cringeworthy. That's all it is. Nine Muses. Is that 임신영?
제가 지금 이거 왜 하고 있는지 모르겠어요. 진짜? 아, 어차피 그 카메라에 대본이 있는 사람이 있는데 했는데 하지만 조만간 나임시스를 탈퇴하려고.
자, 좀만 서두르세요.
아홉 명 너무 많잖아요. 숙소 생활 이해는 맨날 붙어 있고 이러다 보니까 저는 상처를 너무 많이 받아가지고 그냥 내 할 일만 딱 마치고 다르게 하고 싶어요.
아이돌이 되는 과정까지만 이 다큐멘터리 찍었으면 참 아름다웠을 텐데 왜 원래 그렇잖아. 백설공주 신데렐라 걔네 결혼하고 나서 얼마나 행복했겠어. 아니야. 걔네도 이혼하고 싸우고 막 난리가 났을 거야. 이건 별로 필요 없는 내용이야. 어쨌든 왜 변했냐면
Oh man.
데뷔하기 전에는 그 인간다움, 인간성, 정 이런 게 좀 공존을 했어. 솔직히 말해서. 근데 지금은 없어.
Well, that was a messed up. What's wrong with these girls, man? First of all, you don't talk about that. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the group. You know, when you're on TV, when you're being filmed, even if you thought that, anybody can think that. You know, even BTS boys. I mean, you know, they wanted to. You know, some of them they gave up and they came back, of course. But I mean, it's something. Yeah, you guys can feel it, but you don't talk about it. And the what's the attitude from the last girl? It's like Cinderella, and they're gonna get divorced and fight with their husbands. That's a, okay. I mean, the yeah, is it realism? You know, every story has an end, but in reality, there is no end. You know, like there was school of thought and writers, whatever, who sought that kind of philosophy. I think like Jean-Paul Sartre and whatever. But yeah, you guys, you can kind of, whatever she says does make sense, but that's such a negative thing to say, isn't it? It just, yeah, you like with that kind of attitude. I don't think she was the one to talk about like humanism between the members or whatever, because with her with that kind of attitude, I don't think she was nice to. I don't think she was humanistic to her members. And you know what? What doesn't make sense more to me is that there was this another girl.
너무 많잖아요. 숙소 생활 이해는 맨날 붙어 있고 이러다 보니까.
You know what this show is? This is called. The reason I know because it has Kim Shin-young. You know that she's an MC, short comedian. It just had Yuri from Girls' Generation. The name of the show was Invincible Youth. This is the first season. That's when they had Yuri and also Sunny from Girls' Generation, Narsha from Brown Eyed Girls, I think, and I think Hyomin from Tiara. Yeah, I think so. And Sunhwa from Secret. I mean, who's who from everywhere. From the 4 minutes, the what's your name? God, I can't. You know, the most popular one. Who's a God, why can't I remember her name? She's the most famous one. She was in Gangnam Style, everything. Anyway, not important. But it was most fun show I have watched in Korean. These type of idol reality show type. It was the best one ever for me. It was because one thing that was different about this show was that they literally had to do all the work, especially in the beginning. They were given chores. They were literally just sitting there. I mean, actually working the field. It wasn't like, you know, just, you know, a couple shots here, a couple shots there. It was just, they would just have literally do the whole, you know, they were given, yeah, you got to finish like half the field, and they would literally finish the field. And it was, you know, these girls, those idols, some were very established, like Girls' Generation and like Narsha. I mean, from Brown Eyed Girls, whatever. I mean, so many of them were established. Some were very new group. I mean, like a member from a member from a very established group, or it doesn't matter. Member from like like I think Secret was when it just came out. It didn't matter. Whoever you were, you had to do the work. And while trying to make it fun and interesting. And the thing was, because I mean, they did everything. I mean, they had to catch chickens. They have to clean out a barn with like mountain load of cow shit, and they had to do like all this very difficult work. Take care of baby. I mean, whatever. I mean, they helped out. They hung around. And another thing was that they had interaction, and they became like good relations with people who actually lived there, those farmers who lived there, and it was so interesting to see real relationship develop. Because I think it's because had so much time. It wasn't just film and then everybody go to the trailer thing. They actually had to do the work. And because they had to go through hardship and they were together a long time to film the darn thing, you could actually see the real relationships develop between these ladies. And as you have seen right now, I mean, Nine Muses, they were never that popular. They're pretty good, but they weren't like, top tier. I don't think they ever been. So when they're doing Sweet Potatoes here, I'm pretty darn sure all the members, even the MCs or whoever are there, they're all working for real. And these girls are sitting there like complaining about, and they're here for what, day or two, and they don't understand why they have to work. When whoever's have get to say stuff or have lines. Well, those all the other guys, they're all working there, and there's Hanbe and everything, and they're just bitching. It the whole thing is pretty cringy. I wonder why they're starting with these
찍었으면 참 아름다웠을 텐데 왜 원래 그렇잖아. 백설공주 신데렐라 걔네 결혼하고 나서 얼마나 행복했겠어. 인간성 솔직히 말해서. 근데 지금은 없어.
Cringy, man. Cringy. Friends. Oh, by the way, if you guys have time, check out the Invincible Youth, especially the first episode. I mean, the first not episode, the first series. I mean, that was just, it was such a nice, and you know what? It had all the stars from, if you guys were there before, Hara from, what's the Hara, Hara from Kara, no, she well, unfortunately she passed, but they had all the groups, and it was interesting to see how idol groups like real life was like. It was I remember seeing, like, you get glimpse into their lives, and it was like some of them were like ridiculous. For example, I believe it was Secret Sunhwa. She's like a great actress now. I believe like when they went to find her and they were all sleeping, it was in the morning, and they're living in like a half underground apartment, and this room type of a thing. And the one you guys saw in the like Parasite, if you guys seen the Oscar winning movie Parasite, they have a house that's like halfway underground, and you have like window on the top. They were literally living in a place like that, and they had aluminum foil put up on the windows so they can get a little more, you know, shut eye, so that sun won't come in. Not that sun comes in that much in that kind of room anyway, but you know, they didn't have curtains, man. They had like aluminum foil just stuck to the wall. I was just anyway. I mean, that was real human. See them actually, and you know, they're doing field work, whatever, so they can't, you know, forget. I mean, makeup and things. Yeah, I mean, to a certain point, but I mean, after a certain point, you know, they're just. It was so nice to see these people as like real people, you know. Anyway.
안녕하십니까. 여기는 아이돌 스타들의 불꽃 튀는 스포츠 대축제 2015 아이돌 스타 육상 씨름 농구 풋살 양궁 이름하여 아이돌 스타 육시 농풋양 선수권 대회 열리고 있는 고양 실내 체육관입니다.
300여 명의 아이돌 10개의 팀으로 뭉쳐서 지금 이거 꽉
Wow,
채워졌습니다.
300 idols, huh?
뜨거워요.
당연히 이번 대회에서도 뭐 많은 소속사 대표님들도 지금
BTS.
함께 하고 계십니다.
추석 특집 2015 아이돌 스타 육상 씨름 농구 풋살 양궁 선수권 대회
설현.
지금부터 카운터다운
AOA.
시작합니다.
Ace of Angels.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
신기록도
Oh, that was Hara. Wow.
자, 400m 남자 결승 경기 지금부터 진행해 드리겠습니다.
참가 선수를 소개하겠습니다.
You know what's messed up? Did I ever tell you guys? You know, this is Thanksgiving, Korean Thanksgiving. It's a very cultural thing when all the family members come back together. You know, Thanksgiving is just, you know, just to thank that, you know, you got food and all that stuff. But here, Korean Thanksgiving, it means that all the family members and even extended family, you know, they all come together if they can. And, you know, say thanks to the harvest as well as their ancestors for being there. Because, you know, without ancestors, we won't be here, basically. So it's an important day. And you know what? Everybody's home. It's a long vacation time. So everybody's home, except for the idols. They have to do these kind of stuff, which is messed up, man. I think they're still doing this stuff. They should stop.
1레인 세븐틴, 2레인 B1A4, 3레인 틴타, 4레인
틴타.
방탄소년단.
Jimin.
자,
He's quick.
빨라요.
바로가 빨라요.
빨라요. 자, 지금 좋습니다. 자, 치열합니다. 자, 좋아요.
That was pretty close.
좀 벌어지는데요.
B1A4가
또 한자 3구고요. 3대 빨라요. 위험해요. 자, 다음 3레인. 자, 진영군.
B1A4
앞서고 있죠.
B1A4 앞서 나오는데요. 올림픽이에요, 올림픽.
마지막.
B1A4 자, B1A4
공찬이에요. 자,
Wow.
공찬 느려요.
빅하게 뺏겼어.
아니, 방탄소년단입니다. 방탄소년단 전국 선수.
Yep, Jungkook can do everything. I kind of remember that them winning. I think I heard somewhere they won, but I didn't see the race, but full race. But man, they were behind quite a bit. But Jungkook was running, and the other guys don't even look like they're running. Man, he was just flying down. Not even fair. Now I think about it, my daughter must have been very unhappy. Because B1A4, I mean, she never stand anybody that I know of, but she stand B1A4. I mean, that was one group she really liked for longest time, and BTS beat them. So
안희주가 슬픔 속에 기쁨이 있었다면 이거는 기쁜 거에 슬픔이 있는 거야. 뭐 비슷하지만 다른 느낌. 들어보면 딱 달려야 될 것 같아.
지금 계속 진행형이라 지금도 진행 중이고 앞으로도 저희 팬분들과 함께라면은 화양연화일 것 같습니다.
here comes the chorus, right? No? There we go.
방탄소년단 노래 발표한 두 장의 음반이 연이어 성공을 거둔 것은 물론이고요. 해외에서 음악적 역량을 인정받아 있죠.
Man, this song has such a this run run run. This chorus was a killer. Wasn't it? It was just you just can't get it out of your mind.
우리 어제오늘
근데 방탄소년단도 이제 총 8번 음악방송에서 1위를 했거든요.
무려 8번이나 1위를 했어요.
사랑해주셔서 감사합니다. 더 열심히 달릴게요. 아무래도 이제 저희가 하는 음악적 스타일이 장르적으로 이제 해외 팬 여러분들께 친숙하게 다가온 것 같아요. 또 이제 그런 음악을 이제 저희가 직접 작사 작곡을 하니까 이제 해외 팬, 저희 또래 팬 여러분들도 되게 공감을 하시면서 많이 좋아해 주시는 것 같아요.
잘 지내셨어요?
잘 못 지냈습니다. 진짜 이거 뭐 지금 거의 48시간 깨 있는 것 같습니다 지금.
저의 금요일보다 하루 나갔어요. 하루를. 또 얘기한다고 나갈 것 같아요? 사실 하는 거야. 키노치가 한국에 왔어요. 갑시다! 파이팅! 파이팅! 이 시간에
어른들 말처럼 뭐 요즘 세상은 뭐 어때요? 옛날은 안 그랬는데 저희가 처음부터 의지가 없었던 것처럼 얘기하고 마치 모든 것이 저희의 뭐 노력 탓이냐. 저도 이 사회를 살아가고 있는 한 정우로서 굉장히 답답함을 많이 느꼈습니다. 네, 내가 처음부터 포기하고 싶어서 그 꿈을 잃은 것도 아니고 이 꿈을 포기하고 싶어서 쫓아간 것도 아닌데 불구하고 그래서 만들게 된 게 화양연화라는 또 어떤 그런 거예요.
This sentiment must have been in RM's mind during this time. If you guys know the song, the Dope that we just checked out in chapter 9, that song, like when in RM's rap, he says, I don't think it's like a 4포 세대, like 5포 세대. It's like a 4 is 4, like 5, O is 5, right? But like 오포 means it's like a short for O is 5 and 포 is short for 포기. 포기 means given up. It basically means like giving up on good job, giving up on house, buying a house, giving up on like getting married, giving up on children, I mean things like that. I mean, I don't remember the whole thing, but like they were saying like the things are getting just worse and worse. So the young people, you know, they just live without, you know, giving up 5 things. Now it's giving up 6 things. I think he says, now then I'm 육포, which is now I'm a guy who's like given up on 6 things. And he makes a wordplay out of it because 육포 means 6 and 포기, but just say 포. 육포 also means beef jerky. It means jerky. So anyway, I think I think there was a wordplay, something like that. But anyway, it's the same sentiment that people are saying that, you know, it's all because young people doesn't work hard or whatever.
드려야 될 것 같은데 공연 전에
BT scan
어지러움증을 호소를 해서요. 저 리허설을 하다가 이제 중단을 하고 지금 이곳에 병원으로 지금 이동을 해서 의사분들 진료를 받았었습니다. 네, 그래서 CT 촬영을 하고 이제 집에 별걸음을 큰 이상으로 배려되어지는 않았고요. 그런데 좀 공연 중에 저희가 아무래도 퍼포먼스가 굉장히 경쾌하다 보니까 좀 어지럼증일 수 있다는 그런 진단을 또 받았고요. 그래서 혹시 춤 상태를 좀 조심스럽게 지켜봐야 하는 그런 좀 소견을 받게 되었습니다. 네, 그래서 좀 다시 한번 이 공연장을 또 소중한 시간을 내어서 찾아주신 여기 계신 많은 아미 여러분들께 죄송하다는 말씀 드리고 싶고요. 마지막으로 최근에 발매가 됐던 아이돌즈 스타니스 버전을 들려드리겠습니다.
Man, armies are crying. You can hear the like everybody crying in the background. Oh.
이렇게 힘들게 촬영을 채워주신 많은 분들께 다시 한번 저주의 감사의 말씀 드립니다.
Man, they're working too hard. What you guys have to understand is that the from early on, like K-pop people didn't make that much money. They had to, go to small nightclub gigs and company gigs or school gigs, whatever gig they can get. They will schedule themselves to death. But the thing was, if they didn't do that, they wouldn't be able to survive. They just had to do it. They had to make the money. They had to survive to make the next album and just keep going. And in Korean entertainment business, since early on, that schedule, that tight schedule, it became a norm. But even before BTS, I mean, the problem is that they're used to scheduling everything in a such tight manner. But then these guys, the K-pop groups, idol groups, have became like popular worldwide. So their popularity grew bigger and bigger all over the world, and that means having schedule not only in Korea now, but in all over the place, all around the world. But I think the biggest problem is that they could not, forego, the past way of doing things, like how they do the scheduling in entertainment business. So that's why it was so tough. And I mean, look at BTS, man. They're passing out, literally.
여러분, 여기는 서울숲입니다. 제가 생각이 많거나 굉장히 쉴 곳이 필요할 때 꼭 오는 곳인데요. 여러분, 새로운 친구를 소개합니다. 걔입니다. 엄마, 일로 와. 보나, 여기 좀 봐봐. 보나, 형 좀 봐봐. 뭔 개야? 잘 안 봐요, 저를. 제가 주로 서울숲에 오면 이렇게 생각 정리를 하고 여기서 막 그냥 멜로디 같은 것도 막 흥얼거리고 많이 해요. 예를 들면 강아지라는 단어가 있다고 생각할게요. 그러면 강아지 너무 크구나 정도만 있어
언제 이렇게 또 했나 싶어요. 네. 저는 이걸 앨범을 만들면서 굉장히 막막했던 순간들이 너무 많았어서 그런 순간들이 되게 길고 하루의 대부분이었기 때문에 참 이렇게 모아놓으니까 우리가 언제 파트 2와 파트 1의 그 곡들과 그런 뮤직비디오도 찍고 안무도 하고 언제 해서 지금 방송을 하고 있지라는 생각이 드네요. 참 감개가 무량한 게
그냥 멤버들끼리 좀 더 같이 모여서 이야기할 수 있었던 그런 시간들이 좀 많이 없지 않았나 싶어요. 너무 바빠가지고 그래서 뭔가 좀 더 대화도 하면서 뭐 이런 뭐 고민거리들도 이야기를 하고 되게 이런 이야기들을 좀 더 많이 했었으면 더 뭔가 재밌었을 것 같은데 뭔가 팀적으로도 그렇고 뭔가 그 분위기도 그렇고.
If you guys think about it, this is ludicrous. I mean, unthinkable would be. Think about it. You are living with 6 other guys, 24/7. Like every waking and sleeping moment, you're basically in the same place. And they're saying, they didn't have time to talk or share or do anything together. I mean, that's crazy busy. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, yeah, you know, even your family or your wife, your parent, it's very it's just weird to be around somebody for 24 hours a day, just full day. You're just always with these people, and all throughout the year. And how busy do you have to be, even though you're together all the time? That, and J-Hope was totally serious, saying, I wish there are time we could talk. I mean, that's crazy busy. And I think what RM said, he doesn't remember much because he was, there are times like when you're so busy, you don't even remember doing the work. You just keep going to finish something and you're done. And after it's done, you think about it, you don't remember parts of it. That's how busy they were, which is good, but it's just sad too.
진짜 나이 거 못한다 애들.
진짜. 내 더웠어. 매니저. 전정국 온다. 야, 전정국 눈이 무게. 왜 나한테 오냐고? 뭐야 그?
That's Jin, right?
눈이 온다. 눈 온다. 메리 크리스마스다. 메리 크리스마스.
메리 크리스마스.
자, 인사드려볼까요? 둘, 셋,
안녕하세요, 방탄소년단입니다.
다가오는 2016년 새해를 맞아 묵은 고민을 훌훌 털어버리는 그런 시간을 준비를 했습니다. 오빠에게 물어봐.
빠밤. 자, 얄루님께서 보내주셨어요.
얄루님.
2016년 새해가 밝으면 성인이 되는데 어떻게 하면 성인이 되는 한 해를 알차게 보낼 수 있을까요? 방탄이들은 성인이 되는 해에 한 일 중에서 무엇이 제일 알찼나요?
우리 저는 사실상 기억이 안 나네요. 제가 성인 뭐 20살 어떻게 보냈는지 열압소에서 20살에도 막
재작년이네요. 저희가 데뷔한 해군요.
건배!
Right.
건배.
그러니까 데뷔를 한 해. 그러니까 형의 20살 해.
그렇죠. 저는 데뷔를 했었네요.
네, 그렇죠.
이제 똑같죠. 이 얄루님이랑.
네.
저도 이제
어떻게 하면 알차게 보낼 수 있을 것 같아요? 뭐 하고 싶은 아까 얘기했고 뭐 이루고 싶은 목표.
제가 이루고 싶은 목표.
네. 알차게 보내고 싶은 거니까.
좀 이게 자기 가치관이 아주 뚜렷한 그런 멋있는 아티스트가 되어 있었으면 좋겠어요. 훌륭한 싱거가 되어 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
노래줘.
처음에.
사실 365일 송캠프가 진행된다고 생각하시면 됩니다. 저희 모두가 곡을 보내고 뭐 가사 생각나는 거 있으면 보내고 또 주제 생각나는 거 있으면 보내고 그렇게 이제 추합이 된 거를 사실 이제 방피디님이 정리를 해주시죠. 이건 이렇게 갔으면 좋겠고 저건 저렇게 갔으면 좋겠고 사실 7명이 모두 각자의 그 맡은 부분들을 하려고 노력하는 중이고 많은 프로듀싱 부분에서 참여를 하고 있는 것 같아요. 그러다 보니까 뭔가 진실성이 더 큰 것 같고 그리고 뭔가 그런 저희의 에디티드가 많이 달라지는 것 같아요. 그런 부분에.
그것도 어떻게 보면 좀 과거의 관점인 것 같아요. 그런데 그들이 아이돌 산업과 시스템 하에 있다고 해서 과연 그들의 랩 재능을 그냥 뭐 무시해버리는 게 과연 온당한가? 제가 볼 때는 이 두 명은 뭐 한국 힙합씬 다 통틀어도 가장 랩을 기술적으로 잘하는 래퍼들이거든요.
제가 아이돌이냐 아니냐 혹은 제가 하는 음악의 장르가 힙합이냐 아니냐 아니면 그것에 제가 가지는 태도가 힙합이냐 아니냐는 이제 저한테는 이제 크게 중요한 일이 아니고 어쨌든 분명히 저는 제 음악
All grown up. All grown up. Yep. He gets it. He got it. And he really has it. His eyes, his demeanor, he has it. He doesn't care. And he shouldn't. Who cares what those guys say?
음악을 만들 것이고 그냥 그것에 관해서 계속 보여드리고 싶다는 게 그냥 제 그냥 생각이에요.
스트릿이라는 그런 뭔가 춤 장르를 좀 알리고 싶어서 이렇게 하는 그런 목적도 있어요.
그냥 좀 더 뭔가 많이 했어야 되지 않나 약간 싶은 그런 이상한 강박감이 드네요. 그 미앤유만 한 번만 살려주시면 안 돼요?
이 곡을 표현하는 거라든지 그 곡을 이제 퍼포먼스로 이제 누군가한테 보여준다는 것 자체가 굉장히 부담도 사실 되는 거고.
그러니까 구조가 내 말이랑 똑같아.
그것이 고착화되지 않고 음악적으로 계속 진화하고 성장하려면 저희가 가장 많이 나눴던 얘기는 성적이나 기록에 연연하지 않도록 하자. 몇 등을 했고 어떤 기록을 냈다를 얘기하는 순간 우리는 음악하는 사람들이 아닌 것 같다라는 얘기를 제일 많이 했고, 음악은 올림픽이 아니다. 하던 걸 계속 열심히 하겠다가 실제 저희 마음이고 앞으로도 그렇게 될 것 같아요.
And Pang PD is he got everything screwed on right, you know? And he believed those young people and his philosophy enough, you know, to let it all ride, you know, just put money and time and effort into his beliefs, which is pretty darn difficult, especially in this kind of really competitive business. Yeah.
아, 오늘도 잘생긴 김삭질. 어제 삼겹살 3인분과 치킨 한 마리를 먹었더니 얼굴이 부어서 돌아오질 않네. 제대로 입으면 마인드가 좀 달라져.
Man, dude is talking about he's bloated, and where? Which part? Like, how is he bloated? Yeesh.
마인드가 달라서 나는 부잣집 도련님이다. 조금만 살짝 넣어. 그리고 웃음길 없애. 그리고 웃을 때는 살짝 비열하게 비웃는 듯한. 안 되겠다.
You know, the Jin's sense of humor is so funny sometimes. I mean, just it always flows the same way, but it's always funny. I don't know. You know, he's kidding about his looks, whatever. I mean, there's some truth to it, but it's just he's always, you know, joking about it, and he has certain way of putting it. And yeah, Jimmy was so cute. His expression.
다녀올게요.
수많은 소녀 팬들의 마음을 저격한 방탄소년단.
동영상 플랫폼인 유튜브에는 전 세계 팬들이 K-팝 춤을 따라 추는 일명 K-팝 커버 댄스 영상이 1000만 건 가까이 등록돼 있다.
해외 팬들은 그게 아니에요. 아무리 영어가 많이 섞여 있어도 그 어떤 노래의 의미나 이런 것을 다 이해하지 못하거든요. 그러니까 그들이 K-팝 음악을 이해하는 가장 손쉬운 통로는 춤을 통해서 음악을 듣고 그 음악을 어떻게 춤으로 재현해내느냐 그거거든요.
I don't really agree with her. It all depends on the group, but I believe the most of the fans, when they wanted to, they do understand, yeah, at least what the lyrics are saying. Okay, there are plenty of songs, even now, that are horrendous. But you get the gist. But, you know, they love the dancing because it's beautiful and it's well done. That's why they want to emulate it. Not because it's, you know, to compensate for not understanding the language. I don't think, like, okay, Michael Jackson doing moonwalk. How many remember, you know, the exact lyrics of that song? And in a lot of those pop songs don't exactly have like really difficult to understand lyrics anyway, but nobody was doing moonwalk because it was Michael, you know, because of anything about the lyrics or what we were not able to get. No. Everybody wanted to do moonwalk because it was cool. Yeah, because it was, and there's something about people in group synchronized and dancing with purpose and style and just clicking, you know? And the level is very high too. And it's, you know, I believe it was fun for a lot of people because you can do it in a group with your friends who also love your, you know, you're a fan of. For example, if you're Army, you get to hang out with the Army, talking about your favorite group, and you can, you know, dance together. That's also fun, and you can be one of the members. That's more fun. And on top of that, you know, the you can become a team to show other people what you have accomplished for BTS and for you and for them. It must have been, I never done it, but must be a very fun time for these people. So, I mean, you know, it's because they could really understand. That's why, you know, they went into dancing. That's just academic, you know, bulkaka bullshit.
The 2015
Me.
Mnet Asian
Just me.
Music Awards, the World Performer winner is BTS.
Obviously.
방탄소년단입니다.
방탄소년단은요.
근데 딱 뛰기 전에 그냥 눈앞에 이렇게 멤버들 얼굴이 딱 보였어요.
You know, this song with the you know, run, 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 that chorus, it was a killer. It was a killer. It was just, it was one of those things that get into your, you know, it's a earworm. It gets in there, it's not coming out.
Over the world, thanks very much.
아니 멀리서 인사해라. 점프.
Where is that? Looks like Busan somewhere.
2016년 1월 7일 목요일 지민의 로그. 부산 와 있다. 오랜만에 1년 만에 이렇게 부산 와서 친구도 좀 만나고 엄마 아빠도 좀 보고 아 운전도 배웠다. 아빠한테 운전 배웠어. 2016년 새해가 밝았으니까 소원을 빌어야지. 일단 우리 멤버들 잘 되고 아프지 말고 하고 싶은 거 다 하고 다 엄청 유명한 사람이 됐으면 좋겠고 항상 웃는 일만 가득했으면 좋겠고 행복했으면 좋겠고 그냥 되게 슬프게 안 썼으면 좋겠어. 2016년 1월 7일 목요일 집이 내려오고 끝.
야. 너무 늦었어.
빨리 오세요,
문제.
형 스케줄 하고 왔어요? 형 근데 이렇게 나와본 적 없지 않아요?
나 없어. 나 2년 반 만에 처음이야.
2년 반이요?
This must be like a TV show.
친구들이랑 마음 놓고 노는 게 처음이야. 거의 이제 작업실 아니면 연습실 아니면 숙소 아니면 이제 진짜 너무나 피곤할 때 새벽에 몰래 탈출해가지고 밥 먹으러 나가는 거 끝.
도착했어요.
어우. 한강이야?
한 리버.
우와.
우리가 오늘 여기서 평범하지만 가장 좋은 데이트. 형 그러면은 또 한강에 왔으니까
아, 야.
They have that in other countries where you can those are not instant ramen. You buy the ramen as is and you can cook it right there, you know, in like one of those foil thingy.
햇반 하나 사갖고 올 거야.
하나 사올까?
아, 괜찮아. 여기 사올게.
아.
헐.
생일 축하합니다. 생일
대박.
축하합니다. 사랑하는 태영이 형.
그래.
생일 축하합니다.
괜히 그거 한 거야.
예.
Holy.
어때? 맛있어?
막 케이크 준 거는 따로 이제 만나서 케이크 준 건 너가 처음이다.
아 진짜? 이번 연도에?
아니, 이제까지 살아.
진짜로?
응. 아니 이때까지 뭐 파티 같은 거 한 번도 안 해봤거든.
아 진짜?
나는 9일 때 난 여기로 와가지고.
나도 안 그래.
난 9일 때.
Oil means 7th grade. Is it 7th? 7th, like, yep. 8th grade, 9th grade. Well, not 7th grade, so freshman in high school, sophomore in high school. That's what he's saying. Yeah, beginning of sophomore, he came to Seoul. That's what he's saying.
그때 와가지고 연습실에서 이제 멤버 형 동생들이 이제 축하해 준 거 빼고는 따로 이제 나와서 난 친구들한테 선물 받아 이렇게 축하받는 건 처음이야.
형 아직 생일빵 많이 남았어요.
그래 지금 24시간 남았다는 걸 명심해.
야야야.
这是友情，你们建造出来的友情很真实。结果今天有人摔倒了，我看着某一个人看见他摔倒了，继续往前跑。你们是一个团体。一个人做错事情，所有人都要跟着受罚。团体精神是什么？不能有一个人犯错，有一个人犯错，整个队就完蛋。记住这句话。来了，就是来吃苦的。
파이팅. 정말 뭔가 제 입으로 이렇게 말하기 민망하지만 그래도 저는 저희.
What was that? Why is he talking about like the meaning of friendship and teamwork and things like that? I really don't think that's appropriate. That's a little cringe.
저희 팀에 자부심이 있기 때문에.
자, 이현.
이현.
Not bad, not bad.
我出了道，我从来没有因为一个镜头跟我的队员吵过一次架。我从来不去羡慕嫉妒每一个比我有人气的人，因为在队里有他们，每一个组合的队员才会被知道。
What the？
这是感恩。
成功。
You know, I was gonna let it go, but I don't think so. I can. I don't think it's appropriate. I'm not saying Tao is a bad. He was a member of EXO. But when things got going, when EXO became very popular, the first thing he did, I believe, is he left the team. There used to be, I believe, EXO-M and EXO-K. EXO-M means M means Mandarin, Chinese team, and there was EXO-K is the Korean team. And they would separately do their thing, or they could all come together and do a thing too. So even if they like produce, I mean, if they're doing a song, new song comes out, come back, like Korean, EXO-K would sing in Korean and EXO-M would sing in Chinese. Basically, that was the deal. Well, no more EXO-M because of all these guys leaving. Now, I'm not saying it is right or wrong. I mean, you know, it's not my place. I mean, I know it was a very lucrative decision for him. So perhaps and the amount of money that was available in China at that time, like as a EXO, and it was something maybe he couldn't, you know, get away with, and that's fine too. You know, I'm not here to judge people. I'm just here to enjoy people, and that's fine. But for him to talk about how he was such a like loyal, or you know, he's like I did it all for the team, and he was talking about like I don't think he's saying all the right things, but I just don't think it's a good example. You know, to be shown here, especially. You know, because I don't think BTS needs to, or you know, learn from a guy like him. I don't understand this. Yeah, Jungkook is good at everything.
这才叫团队。
태영이야, 비영, 화이팅! 떨지 마. 우린 팀이에요. 쉽게 해줄게요. 화이팅!
不是当着机器的面，这个人摔倒了过去扶一下，这个人选完了去抱一下、哭一下，这就叫友情，这就是团体，这不是。
Camaraderie. Yeah, like that leaving your team.
努力，唱歌跳舞就这两样。
This is a really terrible idea.
做人，以做人为前提去学唱歌跟跳舞，去享受你们的生活，去感谢。如果你们连这个都做不到，你们进了这圈子也白瞎拉倒。
Oh man.
好好珍惜。
Yeah, so see, this is again, I'm not hating on Tao. I mean, you guys might think I am. This is what I'm saying. It's like hey, I mean, he's not a good representative. That's what I'm saying. I really loved EXO, especially in the beginning. And, you know, it's too bad those guys left, but, you know, hey, it's a pretty tough thing. Even there's some other groups too who, like before, who people leave and you never know all the inside stories. You can't, and that's fine. But it's like hearing how you should, the importance of love and, the importance of fidelity and how sacred marriage is and all that stuff from a divorcee. It just, you know what I'm saying? It just, and he's saying the right stuff, but I just don't, it's just not appropriate. And especially in BTS
知道吗？我希望我下次过来能看见不一样的你，辛苦了。
It's a cringe for me. That's done. I don't want to be negative, but let me tell you this thing. The Rise of Bangtan has been one of the best, very comprehensive and very well made documentary, fan-made documentary. I can't really, point any fingers or fault. It's made with love. It's wonderful, but I believe I really did not understand chapter 10 very much. This was about friendship. Obviously, it's a Rise of Bangtan, so friendship between these BTS guys. And if anybody who watched these, it is obvious of their friendship, how much they depend on each other, and how much trust, and how much love is being shared. So, why do we need 9 muses complaining about how much screen time they're getting and how Cinderella and Snow White or whatever, will be divorced and will be fighting their husbands. I don't know what the. And the whole thing about Tao too. Is it necessary to show darkness to show? Because BTS is bright and shiny as they are. You don't need to show, crappy, bitchy people to compare BTS to. Because they're just beautiful as they are. You don't need to show pile of crap before you show a beautiful flower. And there are other flowers too. And I just, the beginning, I thought it was a little cringy to show these people. I thought there was a reason for it, but there was no coherency. Because now, now it's done. I feel like the creator felt the need to show how terrible other people were, to accentuate how beautiful BTS are. And I really don't think that was necessary. This is only my opinion, first of all. And second, of all people, I don't think Tao is a person to teach anyone about camaraderie, teamwork, things like loyalty and caring about their teammates, because they didn't care about when he left his team. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying, he did certain thing and he hasn't done things that he's talking about. BTS did, RM did, all these guys did. you know, at least like, you know, the girls' generation, or, you know, those long running groups like Kara, you know, the whoever's left, there are a bunch of people who qualify to talk about loyalty and friendship and how to be a teammate and camaraderie and all that. And I just don't think I was glowing example of that. And it just, I don't understand it. Now, I'm not bagging on the Rise of Bangtan. I mean, it's labor of love, and I understand the need to show love to BTS as much as possible and want them to shine as much as possible. But in just my opinion, it was not necessary to show people who were, you know, catfighting and hating each other and all that stuff, or have some guy who cannot, who's not a good example to be talking about the importance of friendship and stuff in front of BTS. I just feel, maybe I'm weird, but I'm not that, you know, I'm not like a crazy, I mean, like a devout army, you know. That's why I'm learning this thing for, but I feel, I don't know, I don't feel good. I just disrespected a little bit, you know, that I was talking about, like, you know, to us army people, you know, to you guys, about like friendship and what it's all that. I just think it's not a very good choice. They've been doing a great job, and I'm not respecting the whole thing, but this part I just don't understand the need of showing that. It was just, I don't agree, but it's their work, and I still appreciate their work quite a bit. I have been for last 10 episodes. I still like this. I might have gotten, maybe I talk too much again, but I hope you guys understand. It's just, I just feel like it was not necessary. That's what I believe. I'm really surprised actually that now I think back, it's, you know, really this is what I feel like, that they have to show shit so that we can watch something beautiful like a flower. But flowers beautiful as they are. You don't have to, like, as soon as you start, you gotta shove a piece of shit in someone else's face to recognize that there are other things that are more beautiful. It's just maybe I'm going too far. I am, yeah. But anyway, I just felt a little disrespected.
네. 그러니까 이제 마지막으로 이제 저희 방탄소년단과 아이돌이지만 한 단계 위로 넥스트 레벨로.
Man, from here, fire on, whatever, it just, oh man. This is when they really, you know, moved up to the next, I'm not sure up to next level, but they're just instant hit. As soon as they come out, the whole world would go nuts. That's when they got really, you know, they were on fire, literally, from here on.
이사 가고 싶다.
그렇다.
밤새 일했지 everyday 네가 클럽에서 놀때 방송 상태가 원활하지 않대요. 뽀뽀와 키스의 차이점이 뭐라고 생각해요?
뽀뽀는 살며시 하는 거고 키스는 약간
혀의 유무죠?
혀의 유무래요.
와
Rock?
바다다. 와 바다다.
Well, I guess I might get a whole lot of hate again. You know, they're probably saying that I disrespected the Rise of Bangtan team or whatever. No, it's not that. I just, you know, there's nothing that is perfect. Even in work of art, a person might not like certain part of it. Even if you like someone, if you're like an artist, if you said, "Oh, I love everything they've ever done," you should actually think about, is he really a fan, or you know, to really understand art? But you just can't. You know, you like something better than the other. Anyway, no, I love the part about BTS part, but I just thought the whole, there was only two things, the how thing and the non-muses thing. I just don't think that was necessary. Anyway, tell me what you guys think. You know, hate is not a bad thing. You know, it's just how I think, how I believe. I just say what I feel. But I was one thing is clear. I was pretty surprised how this was set up, because I thought, you know, it would have more narrative of something clever. So the reason they showed us those shows or those people, but anyway, it's not what I expected. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.